Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
Life gets harder when you are softer, meaning when you have no strength to cope with what life is going to bring you, it's not going to bypass you. It's absolutely going to bring you the same things that these quote unquote strong people are getting, but you're not going to have the muscle to deal with it. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And you guys, don't forget that I'm going to be doing something super cool with this podcast. I'm going to be bringing you guys on. Yes, the listener, you, my friends. I'm bringing you on. We are going to interview/coach you, and you're going to be able to put your business and yourself on display, meaning we are going to help you grow whatever you're doing by putting you in front of a large audience. You guys, I'm so excited about this because, you know, my whole career, I've been obsessed with creating platforms for women and with recognizing women who are doing big things and finding a place where we can put them on display and get what they are doing out into the world. So you're probably like, okay, how in the heck do I do this? Because this is like a new goal of mine. And what you can do is you can text the word podcast to 310-496-83 8363. And we are going to not only be texting out to let you know when we're going to be running those contests and choosing different people for this so that you can message us back and let us know a little bit about your business, but that is also going to be the place I'm going to give you all of the light pink updates on my business. We show the behind the scenes. We tell you when it's coming out. We give you all the specials. And in the future, when events are back, we will be getting you guys all in and getting you the best deals through this text list. So absolutely go sign up. Text the word podcast to 310-496-8363. And I would love to chat with you. I'm so incredibly excited. It's like my favorite thing to do is to know what you're working on and see how we can get it out into the world. Because when you help women, women help other women. Women help people. Women solve problems, right? One of my friends says, fund women, save the world. And I believe that's true because you get the ideas out into the world that are really going to make some big changes. So today, what we're going to talk about is common ways that we sabotage ourselves and how they're hidden and how it's so very easy to not take ownership over the things that we're doing. And honestly, this is one of those episodes that I'm just calling myself out. So if it feels a little harsh, it's not. It's said with love. It is just one of those moments that it's like, guys, we got to stop doing this. Like we have to stop doing this to ourselves because we're complaining, blaming, justifying, looking at our life, blaming our, past wounds, things that have happened, blaming our parents, blaming our trauma. And I get it. I have been there. I stayed in that place for far too long. And my prayer for you guys is that you don't stay in that place as long as I did, because it was the most painful, most depressing, most anxiety-ridden place that I have ever lived. And I just kept doing it. It was like abuse. It was like self-sabotage. It was literally locking myself up every single day and throwing away the key and taking away all possibility. So are you ready to free yourself? Yes. The answer is yes. Just say a resounding yes. Like I am so ready to be done with all of the things I'm doing to myself. And it comes in these crazy, costumes of other people or judgment, or I'm afraid of social media, or I'm afraid of bullying. And those are very real fears. But like I've said before on this podcast, if you're new to this podcast, there's going to be some beliefs that you're going to have to create and adopt and hold so true to your heart that are going to let you go and do these big things that you're so afraid of. Because one of my big beliefs that I just tap into every morning and say a prayer is that God would never let humans take me down, no matter what that looks like. Even if you get canceled or whatever that is right now, because maybe you said the wrong thing, and we're all going to make screw ups, you guys. And now living in a very public world, we're going to do them publicly. And I say, if you do those publicly, you're probably on the fast track to something even bigger, because it's going to make you learn how to come back from those. It's going to make you learn how to say, I'm sorry, or here's what I'm going to do better, or just do it better, right? Or it's going to help you learn to cope with what happens on the other side, to cope with potentially the judgment or the bullying or people saying bad things or horrible reviews or horrible comments. Like, you guys, it's all a part of it. It's all a part of the fabric. You can't weave this incredible blanket of life without getting those pieces and those threads in there that actually make you so much better and stronger, right? So you don't get strong without these things. You just don't. That's like going to the gym and being like, yeah, let's get strong. Like, let's reach those goals. Let's feel great. Oh, but you want me to lift that heavy thing over there? That's too heavy. That's too much. That's uncomfortable. I hate it. No, I don't like how this is uncomfortable every day. Well, then you don't get to get strong. You get to get softer, right? Life gets harder when you are softer, meaning when you have no strength to cope with what life is going to bring you, it's not going to bypass you. It's absolutely going to bring you the same things that these quote unquote strong people are getting, but you're not going to have the muscle to deal with it. It's just going to feel extremely painful because life is going to hand you things that are heavy. It's up to you if you want to train in the gym every day by making sure that you can handle what those things are so you can get through your day and not think that life is so incredibly challenging. So let's look at some of the common excuses we use to sabotage ourselves. I don't have enough time. Now, I'm going to say a lot of phrases that I have said to myself and still say to myself. And I am going to give you what you need to be saying and what question you need to be asking yourself. Because at the end of the day, the difference between a successful person and a happy person, compared to someone who's not reaching any goals, not making themselves proud and not doing what they want. And those people, like my past self, locking up the putting myself in prison and locking away the key, is how I was thinking. All right. So before I was thinking, I don't have enough time. And instead I've replaced it with, where can I create time and how? The next one is, but I'm not like her. I'm not talented like that. She's just born that way. She's brave. She just has it all. Do I actually know this? Is she scared too? I think she's just taking action and showing up with her fears, and she's just getting used to it, right? I just think she's consistently decided to show up for herself. And I'm going to try that too. And I bet she's scared too. And you know what? Let me actually go read the books and listen to the podcasts where they're being super real and vulnerable about how it's actually going, so I can understand what the journey actually looks like. You know what? I'm going to stop looking at the curated photos where nothing goes wrong. And I'm going to start looking for the role models who tell me that they're doing it despite their fear. All right. Next one. Ooh, this is a big one for me, you guys. I don't know how. I don't know how, and I don't think that I can, and I'm not smart enough. Okay. Who does know how? How can you get into those groups? What can you listen to and what books can you read? Because if you're not doing any of those, you're sabotaging yourself, you're fooling yourself, and you're keeping yourself small. It's not anyone else. It's not because you didn't go to a certain school. It's not because your parents didn't put you in that school. It's not because you just think you're not smart enough. It's because you are not doing it. If you are not in the rooms, if you're not listening to the books, if you're not listening to the podcasts, then you're just not doing the work. Then you're actually not cut out for the work. And it doesn't mean you can't change. I'm that person that's like, stop sitting on the fence, because the fence post is like literally up your ass. So you can either decide to be happy with what you have and decide to live that life. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's everything right with that. If you're a person who can actually get happy with what you have now and be okay with the fact that you're not going to go and chase that thing that you want to do, then that's actually better than being on that fence post and being like, yeah, but I want this so bad. And this is who I'm supposed to be, except I'm not going to do the thing. Right? Just get off the fence and be like, settle for one side or the other. Do the thing or don't. All right. I don't have enough money. Okay. That's keeping you real small. And that's not going to keep you in a place of creative thinking. And it's not going to get you into the rooms around the people who have the solutions. So I don't have the money needs to turn into, how do I create the money? How could I get really creative and go and do that thing? Right. You know, I was talking to somebody who literally was driving around doing different Uber things that they could pick up in their spare time to create money for a different program that they wanted to get in. Now, this was a very busy person, but they were so determined to get out of the situation that they were in because it was so damn painful that they literally were like, that's it. I thought I didn't have the time, but I absolutely have the time to start creating this money to get into this program. All right, I have no support, right? How can I? The first question, I have no support. How can I support myself first? What would that look like? How could I support myself first? What would that look like? Do I need more sleep? Do I need to figure out how I can ask somebody for help? Could I barter with someone to do something? Maybe watch their kids on Tuesday if they watch them on Wednesday, right? How could I create accountability? How could I create a support group? Is there anyone online that I could go and ask over and over? And trust me, you guys, when I put my book out and I told women to go and create these accountability groups, I want to tell you what I got back a lot of. I got back a lot of, I tried this and it didn't work. They didn't show up. Or even when I said they were going to show up, they didn't show up. And then I asked, how many times did you do this? And they said, twice. I was like, okay, you have about 30 to 50 more times until this actually happens. And that's what you have to understand is this is not a 1 or 2 time thing. This is not a one-time thing. And then say, this didn't work for me. Thanks for your advice. But look, I suck. I'm different than you. That's where we separate ourselves and keep sabotaging ourselves. Keep trying. You know, do you know that even to like get in front of people's attention anymore, for a consumer to even buy, it's 12 to 15 times that they have to see your brand in order to even check on purchasing it. So have you done that? All right. What's another one? I'm tired. I have no energy. Okay. How can you create more? What's the food that you're eating? Are you drinking enough water? What are you listening to, or what thought is on loop that you need to close that loop, that you need to have that tough conversation so you can get your energy back? How can you get where are you leaking your energy? Where are you sabotaging yourself? Are you still having those cocktails throughout the week? Can you set a goal to maybe only do that twice or once? How are you draining yourself of energy? Because there is a way to get more energy, and that is through sleep. It's through meditation. It's through healthy food. It's through water. It's through what you're consuming mentally. That's how you actually start supporting yourself, not only mentally, but also creating more time by having more energy. All right, I'm too busy. This is a good one for me. I am that girl. I'm too busy. All right, what can I say no to? There's been a lot of things I've been saying yes to because I don't want to deal with the hard stuff that comes on the side of saying no. One of the most challenging things, I had a bunch of friends going to dinner last night that I really wanted to go with. A bunch of women were in town. And I have been so tired and not getting things done that I want to get done that I had to say no to the things that I really wanted to do, instead of saying, yeah, but they're in town and oh my God, I really want to see them. Yeah, but I had a dinner the night before that I had to do. And it's like, where does it end? Where does it end? So I have to say no to really, really good things in order to make room for the great things and to feel good about myself. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't wake up again tomorrow and not feel like I have the energy to do the things that are really important to me. And while those friendships are so important, I know that if I really explain my situation or just say, hey guys, I really have to have this time to like get some things done and have a good night's sleep and all of those things. I love you. I'm going to have to take a rain check. So not easy, right? FOMO, right? Like maybe I'm missing opportunities. Oh my God, are they still going to love me? Yes, they are. But where can you start saying no? What have you been saying yes to because you're afraid that you're going to disappoint someone? That all this stuff is so important. And I love you guys so much. And this is truly like a coaching for myself. But if you want your higher self to come out, if you want to meet the woman you're placed here to be, if you want to stop waking up at 2 a.m. because that dream is like starting to slam you in the face with a 2x4, right? Like that feeling of like, oh my God, there's more for me to do, then you need to start doing that. And you need to start putting those boundaries and realizing to take massive ownership. This is not a podcast to make you go and feel bad of all the things you're not doing. This is an awareness. This is an awareness of how you can actually start loving yourself more by doing these things and stopping sabotaging yourself by doing the things that keep making you feel bad. Pick one today and start taking ownership of it, and then pick another one next month and start taking ownership. But by just changing the languaging to the things that I said to you, it's going to be the world's most massive shift in the way that you think. I love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this. Make sure that you text that number. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar, and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's kajabi.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule texts to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.